Hello there, Year 1, and welcome to your History Lesson 1. In this unit, we're going to be looking at homes in the past. But today, we're going to be thinking about different homes that people live in currently. So I've got a couple of questions I want to ask you, and I'm going to ask you to pause the video in a minute after I've asked them and have a chat with the person in the room about this. So my first question is, what is your home like? What is the building like? And what's it like inside? Pause the video here and have a think about that now. Welcome back. I bet you had a really good chat about your house. What was your house made out of? We're going to find out about lots of different houses now. Are you ready to come on the journey with me? Let's go. So lots of people live in lots of different types of houses. I'm going to show you a variety of houses this morning. Some people live in detached houses, and that means that the house is by itself and it's not attached to any other houses. It's just a house all on its own. Do you live in a detached house? Some people live in a semi-detached house. This means that two houses are joined together in the middle. Do you live in a semi-detached house? Now, some people live in a terraced house, which means there are a long row of houses that are all attached to each other. And sometimes you might get terrace houses that are opposite each other. I live in a terraced house, and my house is in the middle of the row. It's quite cosy and warm in my house. Do you live in a terraced house? Now, some people live in a flat, which means there are lots of different homes in one building. Now, this picture here is a very tall flat. Sometimes you might get flats that are only 1 or 2 floors together, or even 3. Or sometimes you might get flats that look like this with lots and lots and lots of floors in one building. Do you live in a flat? Now, some people as well live in a bungalow. Now, a bungalow is a house that's all on one level. A bungalow doesn't have any stairs. A bungalow can be a semi-detached or a detached house as well. But often we don't get bungalows that are terraced houses. Do you live in a bungalow? Now, some people might live in mobile homes. Now, a mobile home is a house that can usually stay in one place, but it can be moved to different places. It can be moved around to different places around the country, or it can be kept in one place on a park. Do you live in a mobile home? Some people live in caravans. A caravan is different to a mobile home. It's slightly smaller. And a caravan can be moved around easily from place to place, whereas a mobile home, that needs a very big lorry to move it. Often, you can move a caravan with just a car. Do you live in a caravan? Now, some people live on houseboats, and these boats can travel down canals and they can moor on the banks and stay in one place. Sometimes people like to travel around on the water in their houseboat. I would love to live on a houseboat. I think it'd be really nice to be able to move your house around. Would you like to live on a houseboat? Why do you think people live in different types of homes? I want you to pause the video here and have a chat with the person in the room. Welcome back. Did you have a good idea about why people lived in different homes? There are many, many reasons, aren't there? Now, I want you to get your piece of paper and your pencil, and I want you to write down any things that all houses have in common. That means any things that they have that are the same, okay? But they all must have the same thing. So I want you to pause the video here and I want you to write down as many things as you can think of houses that all have the same thing. Okay. How did you get on? Fabulous. I'm going to show you some of the things that I wrote down. Okay. I think that all houses definitely have windows. Did you get that one too? Oh, brilliant. I think too that all houses will have a roof. Excellent. And a roof helps to give shelter, doesn't it? You got that too. Fantastic. I think all houses will have a door. We need the door to get in and out and to keep our house secure and safe. And I have one more. I think that all houses have a bathroom. Because not all houses will have stairs, and not all houses will have gardens, and not all houses will have lots and lots of rooms, but will definitely have a bathroom. Excellent, you did really well there. Now, this is your task for the day. On the first page, I want you to draw a picture of your home. What kind of home do you live in? Do you live in a flat, a detached house, a semi-detached house, a terraced house, a mobile home, a caravan, a houseboat? What kind of house do you live in? I want you to draw a picture of your house there. And then I've got some questions that I want you to answer for me. How many floors does your home have? I only have one upstairs. I have the ground floor and I have one upstairs. So I have 2 floors in my house. How many floors do you have in your house? Do you have 1, 2, or 3? How many rooms does your house have? In my house, I have a dining room, I have a living room, I have a kitchen, I have a bathroom, and I have 2 bedrooms. I have 6 rooms in my house. How many do you have in your house? Now, does your house have a chimney? I've got a chimney in my house because my house is very old. My house was built over 100 years ago. How old do you think your house is? And does your house have a chimney? Does your house have a driveway? A driveway is somewhere where you can park your car or a caravan. Do you have a driveway in your house? Does your house have an attic? I have an attic, but it's very, very hard to get into because the ceilings are very high. Do you have a garden? Now, some houses don't have a garden. I've got a very small garden. Some houses might have a very big garden. Do you have a garden? What's it like? Now, the second part of your work today, children, I want you to do when you're out walking. And you can have a think about your local area. And I want you to look around at all the houses that you can see. And I want you to put a mark next to each of the houses that you spot. So on here, I've got detached house. So when you see a detached house, put 1 mark. If you see another one, put another mark. I've got semi-detached house. Do you remember that was the 2 houses that were put together? I've got a terraced house. That was the row of houses all together. I've got a bungalow. Do you remember a bungalow doesn't have an upstairs? It only has 1 floor. I've got a flat. I've got a mobile home or a caravan. I've got a houseboat. And I've got other. That's in case you see any other types of houses. And that's what I'd like you to complete when you're on your walk. Have fun spotting houses, year 1. Enjoy. Bye.